Right. So yesterday we have started with the concept of branching and merging, right? We have done a merge with a fast forward merge or a automatic merge, right? Today we'll see merge with the conflicts. So we are talking about why do we get a conflict, right? Yesterday, what we did is we went to a master branch, created a file and committed that, and then went to B1 branch, made another commit, like created a same file again and made another commit, and we are trying to merge. To understand this better and what is happening at the back end and the reason for conflict, let's go for the back end process. What happens? You're all seeing a black screen, right? Now let us try to understand what is happening at the back end and why do you get a conflict. So this is a master brand. So I'm writing the steps what we have done here. We went and created index 4. Okay, this is the file we have created. Index 4 or file for whatever. I created some file here and made a commit A. Right. So then came to feature B1 branch. So here, is this commit available when I came here? Definitely, this is not available, right? And then what I did, I created again, second step is I created same file here and made a commit called B. This is what I did, right? And if we see the commit history of this file, if you see the commit history of this file, commit history of index 4 on branch B is simply commit B. The commit history of index 4 on master branch is commit A, that's all, right? Now we are trying to merge. Merge is nothing but integrated changes from one branch to another, from source to destination. Here source branch is B1 branch and the destination branch is master branch. So I'm trying to integrate. So when I'm trying to integrate, what it does, it will try to bring all the committed changes from the B1 branch to master. So all the committed changes in the sense, if you just look at the commits of index 4, it is just trying to bring this box here, right? It's trying to put this box here. That's what is integration, right? But when it is putting this B here, it has a question. Let's say it's bringing B here. Should it overwrite A? Isn't it? Or else should it ignore B and should it keep A or should it keep both? It has a confusion. It has a confusion here. See, imagine this is a box which should come and overwrite the box present in master branch. Box is nothing but the commit history of index 4. Or should it ignore incoming change and just keep A or keep both? So Git has a confusion. Git is after all a tool, right? It cannot take decisions. Here we are getting conflict here, like this is still in my local repo. So I'm getting conflict within my changes itself from one branch to another. So Git has a confusion which changes to keep, right? So why is this happening? It is happening because source is missing some commit which is there on master. Which commit it is missing, which is there on master on that particular file? This is the commit which is source branch missing. Means what is the reason for conflict? Same file is correct to certain extent, to some extent, same file, and source is missing some commits which are on destination. That's the reason for conflict. It's not just simply because of the same file. It's same file and source is missing some commits which are there on destination, which leads to conflict. Because Git has a confusion. Conflict is not something bad, is which you have to avoid. No, it's good to have. That's the way Git will inform you that there was some overwriting. Right? Otherwise, if this concept is not there, it will overwrite or it may ignore the changes which we are not expecting, right? That's why we are using version control system. Otherwise, we don't need a version control system at all. Got it? Understood, everyone? Are we clear? So this is the reason for conflict. There is a misunderstanding that if it's the same file, you get a conflict, but that's not the case. Take another use case, which is similar to the one we did yesterday. Let's say on master branch, you have some file 3, you have a commit. Then you made a B1 branch. When you made a B1, obviously this file 3 with commit A will be there. Then let's say you made some commit B on the same file. Then if you are merging, you will not get a conflict. This is a no conflict scenario because same file, but source is not missing any commits that are there on destination, right? So there wouldn't be any conflict. Got the difference between understood the reason actually why you get a conflict? If it is not clear, I can help you out or else let me know. Understood the reason for conflict. If you understand this reason, it will help you to troubleshoot and fix the conflicts. How to fix this conflict? Who will fix this conflict? We will see. Okay, once again is I'm going from the first step in master branch index 4 is created and the commit A was made there. That is not there on B1, right? Then what we did, we went to the feature B1 branch, created another file there and made another commit here, commit B. This commit B is on B1 branch. If you see the commit history of index 4 on B1, you have only master branch element, commit B, right? You don't have other commits. You have commit B. You don't have commit A, right? Means here source, this is your source because you are bringing changes from B1 branch. Source is missing some commit. This is missing commit A, right? And you are trying to merge. But commit A is already there on master. So Git has a confusion. Should it overwrite A and keep B, or should it ignore B and keep A, or which one to keep? Git has a confusion and hence a conflict. So what is the reason for conflict? Same file and source is missing some commits which are there on destination, like commit A is missing on the source. In this particular case, commit A is missing. Which commit is missing? Commit A is missing. That's why you get a conflict. Similarly, no conflict scenario is file 3 is there, commit is there. Now you made a branch. So obviously this file 3 commit is there on B1 also. Then you made another commit B on the same file. Even though it's the same file, you don't get a conflict here. Got it now, everyone? Understood? Appreciate your quick responses. Rajan, is it clear? I did repeat it. Or any questions there or any part you want to clarify? Thanks for confirmation. Okay. Okay, now let us see how to resolve the conflict. Okay, and first of all, I did not run the command also, a merge command. It doesn't get affected. So let me run again. Git merge source branches B1. Okay, before this, let me show you the log. Git log one line, it will show the log of master. Git log, okay, one line B1, log of B1 branch. You can see there are, oh, sorry, we are working on feature B1. Right, this is the additional commit. I mean, this is the commit on B1. This is the commit on master. So like I told you, right, this is the one commit A on master, commit B. So Git doesn't know which one to keep because they both were related to the same file. And the source is missing this ACB, right? So now let's see what happens with the merge. It will not be a auto merge or fast forward merge. Git merge feature B1 to master. So do you see this? First, you will see this message, automatic merge failed. Right, fast forward or automatic merge failed because Git is after all a tool. It cannot be a decision maker. As a person who won these changes, in this particular case, these changes are from my own repository. So I have to take the decision. And it is telling conflict, merge conflict in this particular file, automatic merge file. Fix the conflicts. As a owner of this files, you have to fix the conflict and commit the results. Okay, at this point, when you get a conflict, just open the file in any editor. Let's suppose you are not having this VS Code editor. That is okay. Just open some editor. This is the one, right? Okay, if you see this, if you open the editor, you can see here, this line is under head. Head indicates the current branch, the master branch changes will be under head pointer. And the other branch changes you can see like this, right? So what you have to do, you have to edit this file, like what changes should go in here. You are the owner of this file, so you should make changes on what changes should go into this file. Edit the file like how you want it to be, right? But editing file like this in the raw notepads or notepad plus plus where it will be difficult in real time. So what you can do, that's where again VS Code Editor comes in rescue. See, VS Code Editor will show you changes like this. There is an option to accept current changes, means keep the changes in the current branch, or accept incoming changes, or accept both. By clicking this, you can quickly manage your changes. Right? So here I want to keep both these lines. Instead of manual additions, which may become difficult in reality, this VS Code editor provides you with these options. I want to keep both the lines. So accept both changes. Perfect. I edited the file, save it. Whenever you edit a file in Git, what you should do? What should we do after editing? Add and commit -am. I'm giving messages resolved the conflicts so that we can see. If you see the status, cool, it's showing. That's okay, ignore it. That's a Mac specific file, internal file. But yeah, changes were all done. So now the file 4 on master is having both these lines. What do you think would be the content of feature B1 branch? Will it also have both the lines? What changes will be there on B1? B1, on B1, why would be both the changes will be there? You are merging into master. Only master will be affected, right? Where only master will be affected, which wherever you are merging, that branch will be affected. If you just go to B1, feature B1, see it will have its own line, only one line. Got it clear, everyone? Only the source branch into which you are merging will be affected, not each and every branch. Right? That's the reason for conflict, and that's how you resolve the conflicts. And the source branch is the one that is affected when you merge, not the destination branch. You are just, sorry, only the destination branch will be affected. My bad. Only the destination branch will be affected. Destination means the branch into which you are bringing changes. I am bringing changes from source branch to destination, so destination will be affected. Understood, and is this clear? All right. So this is about branching and merging, and we have got conflicts within like my own changes. Yes, I may get conflict from others as well. We will discuss that when we go to remote. Okay, we did not go to remote yet. We are not on remote yet. We are still on local. Architectural diagram, if you see, we are still on local repository. We'll go to remote. Once we go to the remote, we'll again pick up this concept of conflict from another person. Okay, there's a question from Rajan. Um, so whenever a conflict happens, we just need to accept the changes and the conflict will get resolved. Did we accept the changes here? You may accept incoming changes or keep only the current changes or keep both. You have different options. Just now I have shown you. So according to the requirement, whether you can keep only the current changes, means changes in the same branch, or accept only incoming changes and remove the current changes, or keep both. It is up to you how you want to edit your file. Edit your file and then commit the changes. That's how you resolve the conflict. Now let us talk about another interesting concept called stash. First, I'll explain theoretically before we go for the hands-on. Stash. Let's say you are making some changes in your working directory. Okay, you are working for some requirement. You made changes to file 1 and file 2. Okay, these changes were working it. Half of the work is done. But there came some priority tasks from my manager asking me to commit those changes. So he was asking me to make some changes and commit the result on file 3. Right? I have to attend that priority task. Okay, whenever I am making a commit or whenever I am merging, always the thumb rule is to keep the repository clean. When would be the repository clean? When whatever changes in the working directory were merged, or when they were all merged, then it will be clean. Otherwise, it will keep on telling us to add them and commit them. Similarly, I have here file 1 and file 2. Git will be asking me to add and commit, but I can't add and commit because they are only halfway done. At the same time, I cannot discard them because half of the work is done. They are incomplete, though half of the work is completed. I cannot discard them. But how do I keep the repository clean in that case, like when I want to commit or merge other changes? That's where comes stash. Stash is moving changes from your working directory to some temporary shells. Okay, this is stash. Moving changes from the working directory. Means what changes will be there in working directory? What kind of changes will be there in working directory? What are the kind of changes we'll have in a working directory? Unstaged changes will be there in the working directory, right? So if you want to move the unstaged changes to some to temporary shells for some time, that's where stash comes in. So that the repository will be clean, you can continue the priority task, and when you come back, you can get them back from the temporary shells to working directory. Okay, get them back from temporary shells to working directory, which is unstash. Right? So this is stash and unstash theoretically. Now let us talk about how it works actually. Like, right, let's go for the hands-on and see how it works. Let's see practically. Okay, so I'm on the master branch. You can do it on any branch. Git status. Okay. Um, okay, now I'm just making some changes to this file 1. I'm adding some line. Similarly, I'm making some changes to second file as well. 2 files I'm making modifications. Okay, now if I do git status, it wouldn't be clean. It will ask me to add and commit, but like I told you, like I cannot add them and commit. First, let me add this. Okay, first let me add everything. Okay, the new file would be gone. Okay, changes to be committed. Here, these are the changes I have. Now, let's suppose I don't want to add and commit because they're incomplete. I just want to move these changes to temporary shells. Simply git stash. So now if you do, you can see saved the working directory and index part, right? Also at this point, if you see status, your changes are gone. Okay, I'm on feature branch. It's okay, whatever it is. So changes are gone. Right here, I don't say anything. Does it mean that changes are discarded? Does it mean that changes are actually gone? Were the changes gone really? So how do you know that? Just do git stash list. Every stash will create a stash number like this. See, stash number starts from indexing 0. So if you want to see those changes, git stash show the stash number. Uh, right? It will show you what changes that were stashed, what files that were stashed, right? Got it, everyone? So working directory is clean. Now you can continue your priority tasks and move on. That is the one way of stashing. Okay, fine. I have done my priority task. I want to get my changes back. How do you get the changes back? Get the stash pop, stash number. This is unstash. You will get the changes from the temporary shells back to the working directory. How do you get that? With this stash number. Okay, when you do stash pop, this one, you get your changes back to the temporary shells. Like this particular stash. Okay, pop means it will get the changes back to your working directory and it will clean the temporary shells also. It will not keep any copy on the temporary shells. It will clean up the temporary shelf as well. So if you want to clean up and bring the changes back, you can do this stash pop. Hmm. Do you see that your changes are back? Right? So if you do status also, it will show you the same. It was the changes were back. Also, you can see it dropped it. Means what is meant by dropped? It cleaned from the temporary shells. See the status. And if you see the stash list, empty because it has cleaned up there and your changes are back. Understood stash and unstash? If this basic stash and unstash are clear, I'll proceed with the different variations. Are we good? Okay, thank you for confirmation. Now, I'm stashing again just to show the example with different way to unstash. Again, I have stashed. So if I do git status, it's clean. Git stash list, if I see, yes, changes were stashed again. How do you unstash? Git stash pop. Or else there is another way to unstash, which is stash apply. Right? If I do this stash apply, your changes will be back, but and also it will keep a copy on the temporary shells. So in case if you want to keep a copy on the temporary shells, you can go for this stash apply. Understood? So you got the changes, and if you see the stash list, see you have a copy there. What is the use of it? Maybe in case later on, if you want to continue this incomplete work on some other branch, this can help you. Let me repeat. Let's suppose I'm working on feature B1. Let's say I want to continue with this incomplete work on some other branch rather than the same branch. That's where this comes in. That's where you can go for it. Okay. This is about the stash list and unstash. If we use stash pop, there's yes. If you use stash pop, there will be no copy on the temporary shelves. If you see it will show you like a dropped this stash. And when you do stash list, there is nothing, right? But now you don't see that dropped stash. Also here you will see the list and here. So if someone else want to continue this incomplete work on some other branch, they can switch to that branch and stash this there. So it's a repository level, right? Status. So you can see here the changes. Okay, changes not staged for committed. And let me just want to commit. If you want to do the commit, you can do that. And you have seen the stash list. Let's suppose, okay, you have made a copy, you have kept a copy here. Suppose if you don't want this copy also, you can git stash only on working directory, and how can others will use that if we apply that git stash. This is for local repository, Jyoti. Remember, we are still on local. Local repository changes are confined only for yourself. So if you want to clean this, git stash drop this particular stash number will help you delete it from the temporary shells without unstashing. Just if you want to clean up, yes, you can do that. Stash list, nothing. That's a cleaning up from the temporary shells. And anyway, you have your changes back. Okay. Now, let us see, let us look into a concept like, see, we are having changes, unstaged changes on two files. So whenever you are stashing, or every file is getting stashed, like both file 1 and file 2 are getting stashed, right? But what if you want to unstash only, stash only a particular file, isn't it? I may want to stash only file 1, not file 2. I want to commit file 2, or I want to keep it in the same directory. Can we stash a specific file, which is called partial stash, or stashing a specific file? Yes, that is possible. How do you do that? Git stash minus p. Minus p is for partial stash or a specific stash. So if you go here, you will see this. Stash this hunk. Okay, yes or no. It is showing for file 1. Yes, I want to stash it. It will show for file 2 also. No, I don't want to stash it. Done. Right? So if you see the status, okay, you can see file 2 is left over, and file 1, yes, it's cleaned up, it's moved to temporary shelves. That is a partial stash or a specific stash. If you want to stash only a specific file rather than not every file in the unstaged changes, you can use minus p like this. Now if you do stash list, yes, you have it. Let's suppose I want to stash this separately. Again running stash command, so that file 2 will also be stashed, but separately. 2 stashes. So you can unstash whichever stash you want using that stash number, stash 0 or stash 1. Understood, everyone? So stash whichever stash you want, or if you want to clear it, git Get the stash, drop that stash number. Or else if you want to clear everything, simply git stash clear. It will drop everything. Sorry, git stash clear. It will clear everything. Now if you do stash list, you don't see anything. Right? Understood? Let me summarize here. This is pop. This is showing the changes. This is actually the git stash. Apply, drop, clear, specific stash. Okay. Git show. This will show the stashed changes. Okay. Pop will unstash. Unstash means will bring the changes, plus drop from temporary shells means cleaning up. Stash will just stash. Stash means moving unstated changes from working directory to temporary shells. Apply will also unstash, means bring changes from temporary shells to working directory, plus clear from temporary shells. Okay. Drop will not unstash, just simply drop from temporary shells. Got the difference between drop and pop? Partial stash. Drop, clear actually. Clear means clear all stashes. Actually, this is the correct command. Go through them for a minute and let me know, are these commands clear? These commands look similar and might be confusing, particularly if you see git stash pop, git stash drop. This will not unstash, whereas this will unstash plus drop. This will just drop it. So this is about stash, and this will be helpful when you are managing your changes, when you have to attend the priority tasks or where you have to attend some other requirements and keep something on hold. That's where this comes. And these temporary shelves or virtual shelves where you can keep them on hold for some time. Right, these are the different types of stash. We have learned almost all the kinds of stashes. You don't need to go to in-depth also, but I have gone beyond. So this is more than enough. And here one more point to understand is unstaged changes are the ones we are stashing. What about untracked changes? What is meant by untracked change? New files. Can we track this? Yes, you can. I mean, can you stash this? Yes, you can stash this. But the command would be git stash minus u. Use minus u flag so that untracked changes from the working directory can also be stashed. Otherwise, by default, unstaged changes will be stashed. This is the point you have to make a note of. Is this much clear for everyone and understood? What is the difference between drop from a stash and clear from stash? Clear will clear all the stashes. You don't provide a stash number to clear. Let's say there were 2 stashes or 3 stashes, all of them will be cleared. Everything will be cleared from the temporary shells. Whereas drop is, it will clear only a particular stash, because drop you should provide a stash number. It is for a specific stash, clear is for all the stashes. Any more questions? If this is clear for everyone about stash, we'll go for the next advanced concept called rebase. Good to go to rebase. Can I clear the screen? Okay, same commands with minus u. Correct, Prabhu. Same commands, you have to use minus u. Only the difference comes in the stash command, right? Why all other commands? I just answered your query in the same flow, but why do you need minus u for all the changes? Only when you stash, that's where the difference comes in, right? Or if it is already stashed, stash pop, stash apply, stash drop, stash clear, stash list, why do those commands need minus u? Once they are stashed, every stash is same, whether it is stashed from unstaged change or untracked change. So this minus u flag is only for the stash command, git stash. Got it? I just answered in the flow, but you need it only when you stash it. All right. Okay. Mm. Now let us talk about something called rebase. What is this rebase? Let us understand with a diagram what rebase does. Let's suppose, first I'll explain theoretically. Let's say you are having a master branch. Okay. And you are having some commits like commit A, commit B. Okay. Then you want to create some branch called B2. Obviously, when you make a branch, you will get commit A, commit B. From here onwards, they are working like a parallel entities. Okay, parallel development is happening in both the branches. Work is happening parallelly. So there was a commit C made here and commit D made here. Like parallel development is happening. At some point of time later, I realized I want this commit C also into this branch B2. So what should we do if I want a changes integration, integrate changes from one branch to another? What should we do? What if I want to get the changes from master into B2? We have to do a merge, right? So yes, we will do the merge. But if you do the merge, I don't know if you have noticed it, whenever you do a merge, your commit history of the destination branch would be altered like this. This commit C will be added as a topmost branch into it. If there is no conflict. If there is a conflict, again, some commit ID will be added with a different ID, that's all. But whatever it is, the point to make is a new commit ID will be added as a topmost commit, as the latest commit into this branch. Right? This is a conflict, a no conflict scenario. You will see the same commit. Or if it is a conflict, the ID may differ. But some commit ID will be added as a topmost commit. But in reality, any changes happened in this branch, but merge would look like as if some changes happened there, as if some changes went there. It would show like this. Understood? So, but that's not the ideal way, right? Why should we have a latest commit added just because we are merging, integrating changes from one branch to another? That is one question. Another question is, it will show like when you go through the commit history, these are from the parent. This is from child. This is again from parent. The commit history would be very much unclear. These are coming from parent. This is from the current branch or the child branch. This is again from parent. So at some point of time, you don't understand the commit history. But let's say I want a clean and clear commit history. So that case, you can do something called rebase. Functionality wise same. It will also integrate changes from one branch to another. It will bring changes from master to B2, but that functionality is same, which is called rebase, but it will alter a log history. Means how would it alter? Commit A, commit B, commit C, then commit D. Means C would comment it in between B and D. How it will decide whether it is from B and D? Why not between A and B? Means the first point is it will arrange first all the parent commits as per the timestamp, then all the child commits as per the timestamp. Parent commits as per the timestamp means first A, B were made, then C was made as per the timestamp. Right? Similarly, then child commits as per the timestamp. Right? So what you will see, you are seeing linear log history, linear development. Okay, if you want linear log history, and it shows as though development is happening linearly, but development is happening parallelly, isn't it? It's not that development is happening one branch after other. It's happening parallelly, but it shows linear log history. What is the advantage of linear log history? Clear, clean, linear log history. So I can understand what is happening, which changes are from which branch, and it avoids adding a latest commit just because you are merging. So if you want that kind of log history, you can go for rebase. Means rebase is also kind of merge. Okay, this is also kind of merge, but it will rewrite the log history, and it gives an assumption as if you have created a branch here, as if you have created a branch here, not at the point of T. It gives this assumption, isn't it? If you have created branch at C, this is how your log history look like. So that is what is rebase. This is far advanced concept and beginners are warned about this. And there is a thumb rule. You shouldn't rebase public branches. Means you can rebase only local branches. You shouldn't rebase ones if you have already pushed to remote. Right? This is what is rebase. Um, Only local branches you should rebase. That's a golden rule or the thumb rule. Mm. Also, rebase, if you have rebased on remote, your log history might be messed up. So don't rebase on remote. So this is the actual concept of rebase. It is to avoid latest commit IDs added into the destination branch because you are merging, because you are bringing changes from another branch into this. That is the actual concept. This kind of rebase we won't use in reality much, but we will use a different kind of rebase called git pull with rebase. What is this pull with rebase? We will learn later. We did not learn pull it. We did not go to remote it. So once we go to remote, we have a concept called pull with rebase. That is the one actually we use in reality. But to understand this concept thoroughly, I have explained it in detail. Also, we will do hands-on on this concept first before we go for remote rebase. Is this much clear, everyone? Any questions on this part? Any confusions? So if this is clear, let's go to the hands-on. Let's get started with our hands-on. Whatever we have discussed in the diagram, let us execute that. Just checking the status of this. I would like to go to master, hit checkout master. Let me check the log of master. I would like to get rid of this commits. I just want to go with commit A, commit B as per the diagram. It would be simple to make our demo clear and simple. Let me get rid of this. How to get rid of all these 1, 2, 3, 4 commit IDs? I want to discard them. What should I do? Anyone? Exactly, Jyoti. Git reset hard head tilde 4. Right? So that I would get rid of all of these commits. Why this was also gone? 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 4. Git reset hard. Am I doing on different branch? I'm on master branch only. Master branch, git log. These are all the commits on master. Okay, it might be merged from other branch, but these are all the commits from master. Anyhow, just for simplicity, I'll make one more commit. That's okay. File 2, hello. Okay, new file. So let me add and let me add and commit. I'll go with the 2 commit. -m second file. Okay. So done git status, git log. Okay, 2 commits. Good, perfect. Now I would like to create a branch from master. What is the command to create a branch from master? How to create a branch? Git branch B2. I'm creating a branch. This is the syntax. Git branch, new branch name on the parent branch. Git branch B2. So branch B2 might be created with the commit A, commit B. All right. Now let's make some commits on master itself. I'm making one commit here, like file3.txt, new file, and add and commit on master. I'm adding this change. I'll commit the change, git commit -m on master. Okay, so this is like commit, see, third commit is made here. You can see the log of master. Perfect. So will this third commit be available on B2 branch? Will this be available on B2? Let us see. Git status, this is on master. And then let us go to B2. How do you switch the branch? Git checkout B2. Now check the log of B2. You don't have that third commit, right? Oh, that's very obvious. We have done this multiple times by now and we have got clarity that yes, you wouldn't see that there. Now let's say I will make some changes here on B2. Okay, I'm making file 4, file on B2. Okay, so now git add on B2. So what, like whenever you are running commands, all these commands are said to be applicable on B2 branch, to the branch whichever you are on. So I'm just making commit on B2. Okay, done. So if you see the log, you will see this. This is the log history of B2. If you want to see the log of any other branch where you are not, you can see like this. So this is the log of master branch. Let me keep this aside. Okay, that's a log of master branch. And this is the log of B2 before rebase. Before rebase. Okay, now you can relate here. This is commit A from master, commit B from master, commit B as per our diagrammatic discussion, right? This is commit A from master, commit B, commit C made after creating branch. That's why it will not be on B2. This is the log history of B2. This is the log history of master. Are we clear this till this part? I created a branch B2 after commit B of master. So commit A, commit D were there. Then parallel development started. Commit C was made on master. Commit D was made on B2. Correct? Then what next? Let us do rebase. How do you do the rebase? Again, the concept is same. I am on the destination branch, like a B2 branch where you have to merge. It's like a merge, right? So I'm already on B2 destination. So git rebase the source branch. Destination branch is optional. You can put your destination, sorry. Destination is optional if you're already on destination. Source is master here. So git rebase master. That's all. And if you see the log history, master wouldn't be affected, but log of B2 would be affected. And here is the log of B2. Log of B2. This is commit A, commit B. C came and sit in here and then commit A. Do you see this? C is not added like a topmost branch. You do merge and see the difference. Here, if you see the merge, you should see C should be added like a topmost. But here C came and sit in between B and A. Means the whole point is initially you will see all the parent commits. These are all the parent commits. Then the child commit. That's what we discussed, right? If you have merged, you would see A, B, D, C. Means first parent commits, child commit, then again parent commit. Understood this? What is the use of it? Use of it is clean linear log history to, to avoid unnecessary commits at the latest commits. If you are merging, it need not be a latest commit into the branch, right? You will not understand anything from log history if you keep on doing a merge, because merge will keep on adding a latest commit into the current branch. So to avoid that, to keep a clean linear log history, we go for it. This is for smaller projects where they don't need parallel development, where they want to understand this better, where they want to understand the log history better. That's where it can go ahead with. Like I told you, rather than this rebase on remote, like a rebase, pull with rebase, it's a different concept, but similar, the core concept is same. So that is more widely used than this. Like I told you, this is not much used, but to understand this concept so that you can understand pull with rebase. Right. So do the hands-on. This is an advanced concept actually, a bit confusing might be, but I think the diagrammatic explanation which we did some time back should be clear. This should make the things clear, this diagram. Is it clear? Can I get confirmation from everyone? I want everyone to interact and respond. Thank you, Prabhu, Anbalagan, and everyone for confirmation. So do the hands-on, right? Try this out. If you are stuck up, post the screenshots in the group. Okay, that's how you can complete your hands-on. And for those whoever are asking and still couldn't access your LMS, couldn't access in the navigation problem and where you can't see, this is where you should go for. Just go to this website. It would be straightforward. In a day or two, you should be used to this flow. Just go to live classes or go to your My Learning, go to the program where you see the LMS on the recordings. Okay, you should go to My Learnings. Okay, go to this view program. And here under Get, you should be seeing the recording of a Get. Okay, and if you go to any particular recording, at the bottom, you should see your assignments, quiz, and interview questions. Go for the assignments of the particular day, lesson 3 or class 3. See, class 3 where you are doing hands-on on branching and all. So just go for it and complete your hands-on. Okay, hands-on would be a cakewalk if you go through this, right? Apart from this, you also have the lab notes if you want to see the architecture or if you want to see the document wise also another format of the same is available here. So you can go with either ways. I would suggest you to go with this lab assignments only till Docker and all because these are all one-line commands. For one-line commands, this lab assignments would be better. When you start your config files, those config files can be better visualized in these documents. Both are same, but visualization would be better here. So here are the documents as well. But as long as we are running one line commands, ad hoc commands, you can go with the slab assignments. Am I clear with this also, the navigation where people want to have clarity and the quiz relevant to this particular day, today's quiz on branching and merging. Please go through the quiz. Okay, like my account I have already done, but yeah, go through it. Okay. Complete your quiz, retake your quiz multiple times. You can attend it. That will help you understand or enhance your listening. Any more questions or any other concerns, any other issues you're facing, you can feel free to let me know so that we'll see what we can do better from our end. How are the hands-ons going on? Were you able to complete on daily basis? So this is about local repositories, like we are in the local repository till now. Now we have done completely about local repositories. It's time to go to remote repositories. We shall go to remote repositories in the next class. Like tomorrow, we shall discuss everything on remote. So anything else you have? You cannot take quiz multiple times. You can take Namalagan. What it is saying? You can log in back and take that. Maybe let me check how you, what is the error you are seeing? Same like view score you are seeing? Oh, okay. Let me check. Okay. We'll check that so that you can retake that multiple times. Let me check. All right, then. Thanks, everyone. Have a good day. See you all tomorrow. Bye, everyone.